Okay, so I'm gonna have to start all over, which means all of the links I sent out, they don't work. This is crazy. All right, so I don't know what just happened, but when I started my live, I started hearing myself through my phone as if I was watching myself, which isn't a thing. So I don't really know what was going on with YouTube, but I've had to start over. So hello, Ernestine. I don't know if anybody is trying to access this from the link. I don't know. But as I was saying in the first two videos, hey, what's going on, Scatterbrains? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Live Scatterbrilliancy. Thank you. Thank y'all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start answering the questions that I've already gotten. And then if anybody posts any answered questions, I'm going to try to track them while I'm here in the office and then get to those questions next. But before I do that, please excuse my mess. I need to delete some of these live streams so that nobody says, "Oh, you sound like old Asian movies where what you're saying delayed." Who knows? Y'all can let me know if at any point things catch up or if it's delayed for everybody. Please let me know. I don't really know what's going on with YouTube today. I got on and I heard myself, which is not normal. That's not supposed to happen. So if y'all can just comment now, let me know if what I'm saying is delayed or not. Because if it is, okay, so one person says it's all right for them. Anybody, it's all right for anybody else? I don't want to start answering questions and then it's like, and all of that kind of stuff. I don't want that. That's not, okay. It looks like everything's fine. Okay, so that's three people out of 10. Okay, so that was like enough people that says everything's all right. So cool. All right, yay. So today I'm celebrating 6,000 subscribers. Happy that 6,000 scatterbrains, not 6,000 subscribers. I often forget to call y'all scatterbrains, but celebrating that y'all thought enough about my channel. Okay, thought enough about my channel to want to subscribe to hear what I have to say. So I felt like I'd open the floor up for people to ask any kind of questions that they wanted to. I mean, I say you can ask me whatever, and sometimes I'm like, are people gonna start asking me crazy stuff? But that wasn't the case. So let me pull up the questions on my iPad, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, if you have a question, I said this in the other live stream thing, but if you have a question that you did not already send, put it down in the chat. And then once I go through the questions that I already have, then I'll come back and circle back around to that question. So I got like 12 questions, which is a big deal for me because usually I get like one. Okay, so let's see the questions that y'all have. I can't be on here no longer than an hour, so we're gonna try to fly through these as best as possible. Okay, so somebody asked, say yes more, asked, what is mine and my wife's zodiac signs, and am I into astrology? And why did I decide to settle down at a young age? I am a Sagittarius. My birthday is December 17th. And my wife is a Leo. Her birthday is July 28th. I have no clue about whether Sagittarius and Leos are compatible. Have a great day, everyone. Okay. Whether they're compatible or not, I don't know. If you're into astrology, let me know because I am not. I did start hearing something called something about a birth chart or something like that, where you put in like when you were born and where you were born, and it's supposed to tell you all this magical stuff about yourself and who you are. So I thought I might do a video on that, like reading mine in the video, just to see if I felt like there was, any truth to it. But I think they're kind of hard to read. So I may do a birth chart video. I don't know. Because if I have to do research on how to read it outside of just reading words, I probably won't do it. Why did you decide to settle down at a young age? Honestly speaking, I'm pretty clear on the things that I wanted out of life and the things that I want out of life. Outside of like picking my college major, I haven't had too many moments where I'm like, I don't really know what I want to do. And I know it's not common for a guy to say, I guess, but I've always known I wanted to get married because I was fortunate enough to be raised in a two-parent household where my parents were married, and those are some of my greatest memories. It's just the four of us, my mom, my dad, and my sister, just family time. So I've always known I've wanted that for myself. And that governed how I did a lot of my relationships. I scared many a woman off, many a girl off, many a female off, whatever word you want to use. I've scared many people off telling them that I want to get married, because I think a lot of people thought I was saying I wanted to get married right in that moment when that wasn't the case. Because now, even though I'm not dating, but I believe that you need to date with a purpose. I've said this in plenty of videos. You need to date with a purpose. Hey, what's going on? Life taught me. I just don't see the purpose for me, and the way my life is set up. I just never saw the purpose in just casual dating. I believe time is valuable. You can't get it back. Granted, you can probably go out and have a good time with somebody, but what are we doing here? Are we building something? Are we heading in the right direction? What do you want out of life? Does it align with what I want out of life? Are we in the same book? Are we on the same page? Are we in the same chapter? Are we in the same library, to be perfectly honest with you? And just for me, knowing once I learned that wasn't something girls like to hear. Girls don't like to hear that you want to get married. They don't like to. The girls that I dated at the time, I'm not making a generalization. The girls that I dated at that time in college and stuff, they weren't interested in hearing about a guy who said he wanted to get married or that he wanted kids. That was not what they were. I've always been a good guy. I'm the one that's gotten friend zoned. Um, I'm the one that's, you're such a good friend. I don't want to lose you as a friend. And then you look up today, we ain't friends anyway. So you would have lost me regardless. So I got friend zoned a whole lot. So it took a while for me to find somebody who was like, hey, yeah, I want the same things out of life. And when I found somebody who wanted the same things out of life, we got married. And, so it wasn't about trying to settle down young. It's just about, I'm not about to be out here in these streets just willy nilly with my willy nilly. That's just not about to happen. So, to answer your question, that's why. I don't really feel like I settled down at a young age. I think I was 27, 8 when I got married. So, I don't know if that's considered young. I don't know. Because in my mind, when I was young, I always thought I was going to get married by like 25. All right, next up from Shaw 132. They say, I have a 10-month-old and she no longer wants to be touched. I have to fight her to change her diaper, do her hair, moisturize her, feed her, comfort her when she cries. She's throwing tantrums and throwing things when she is upset. My husband and I have been very careful not to behave certain ways around her, so we don't know where she is getting this behavior from. We are not sure what to do at this time. Any advice? I'm obviously not a professional in any kind of way with children. And from having Tegan, watching Tegan grow up, I mean, she's only 2, but just seeing how she is at 2, children go through cycles and they go through stages, and it's kind of like up and down. And you just kind of have to adapt with whatever mood they're in. With her, did she say if it was a girl? Yeah. With the girl not wanting to be touched, I unfortunately start going to places in my mind like, did something happen to the child that made them not want to be touched? Like, are they in some kind of daycare facility that something might have happened? Not necessarily like a bad touching type of situation, but like, did something happen? Because I don't believe in my non-educated mind, as far as children are concerned, that children would just switch and just not want to be touched all of a sudden. But children are very unpredictable. So if they're in a situation where they're not in your care all day, I'll maybe do a little more investigating on that end, on how is the child responding at their care provider, wherever that is, whether it's a home daycare, if it's in some kind of, well, yeah, it would have been either of those two, to see how they're responding in those type of situations. And someone said it sounds like it could be autism tactical defense behavior. They said their daughter, and then it went away. And I just messed up my screen. I need to just not touch anything. Okay, cancel. Okay. So, I would maybe try Google as well. But if y'all have already made sure that y'all not showing her those type of behaviors, I'm not going to necessarily say she's learning it from somewhere, but there is a reason to it. So you probably just need to do a little bit of digging to figure out what that reason is. I hope that helps. Gloria John said, what is the best part about being a father? The best part about being a father is getting to watch beings that you help bring into this world be. Okay. I think I might not be able to read comments because it looks crazy when people go back and watch this. But getting to watch my kids just be kids is fun. Um, I mean, I guess unconditional love might be something that people say, but I don't really think about that too much. But just getting to watch my daughter just act like me was, some of the best. It's some of the best entertainment I've ever gotten in my life. Being a teacher who has taught in all these I've taught. I've only taught in what would be considered a Title I school, which is, families that are low socioeconomic status. But being in those type of environments, I am like front row in how important it is to have a father in a child's life. Not necessarily in the home, but in a child's life. Now, personally, I think that it benefits the child when they see their parents together if it's healthy, but I just see what happens when fathers are not around. And that makes me know, and even, for my wife did not have the best experience with her father. So just hearing her firsthand experience, seeing the children that I've taught throughout the years and how they respond lets me know how important I am as a father to make sure that I try to give my children all that I can as a man and as their father and set an example because, how you raise a child is how they go out into the world. And I don't need these two little Thompsons taking our name out into the world and not making it look as good as it could. So, I mean, I love being a father. I mean, I love it. I mean, there's no real downside to it for me. Pretty. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that what y'all are watching, what I'm saying is like extra delayed. Because I feel like people are going to start responding to a question that I've already answered after I've already moved on. So we'll just do our best. Let me go through the comments now. So let me go through the comments real quick and see what y'all are talking about. So Ask Bama Girl said, congratulations on your milestone. Thank you so much. Ernestine asked, how is the family? Everybody's doing really well. My wife just took Tegan upstairs to try to put her down for a nap. I'm going to let y'all meet Carter, a little bit later. Okay, let's see what else. Somebody said I'm the 7th creator having issues with their stream. Okay, have a great day. People are giving suggestions for Shaw 132 about what she should do about her daughter. Somebody said their daughter went through all those behaviors before she was diagnosed, I guess, as autistic. So, yeah, I'm talking about loud noises being a trigger too. But one suggestion from Ask Bama Girl was to go to her pediatrician for evaluation. Ask Bama Girl, are you Alicia? Is that your name on here? Because Tegan loves that microphone. I'm glad she doesn't have it out here right now because I'm tired of hearing Into the Unknown. Just real talk. Y'all, I think Ask Bama Girl is the person I told y'all sent us all that great stuff. Oh, thank you, Alicia. I'm like almost telling you live in person. Thank you. Yeah, she is enjoying the microphone. It's almost to the brink of we're gonna have to take those batteries out. So, just FYI. Okay, so next question. Pretty BLG. The BLQ. I don't know. Pretty something. Says, I believe you stated that you were from North Carolina. I'm planning on relocating there. Can you share any pros and cons of living in NC as well as some good areas to settle down and purchase a home? Thanks. Yes, I am born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. I still live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a native Charlottean who is okay with Charlotte. There are a lot of people who were born here in Charlotte, but don't want to be here anymore for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you what that is, but I'm perfectly happy with Charlotte or North Carolina. So as far as places to relocate in North Carolina, I would obviously say Charlotte, but I would not move like into Charlotte. I would maybe stick with like a surrounding town like Huntersville or Belmont or Pineville, Matthews, somewhere like that that's kind of on the outskirts. That way you get like the benefits of Charlotte. Because for us, we live right on the line of Charlotte. So the part of Charlotte I live in is still kind of country. Like there's horses and donkeys and cows like right over there. So I'm in the country kind of, but I'm also in the city. So I get the best of both worlds. So it's extremely quiet here. Like you just hear the coyotes and the cicadas in the summer, but close enough to downtown that I can get there in 15 minutes for whatever's going on down there. So Oh my gosh, the heat is on and it is hot in this office. So I mean, that's what I would suggest. Charlotte. Charlotte's a great place. There's definitely some like upward mobile stuff going on here. A lot of people are relocating here. A lot of people from up north relocate down here. I always feel like I'm always meeting people from like New Jersey and New York who are moving to North Carolina. But there's a website called like Charlotte's Got a Lot. I guess you can check that out. But yeah, if you're gonna purchase a home, I would stick with the surrounding towns, not necessarily in Charlotte, because there's so much movement in Charlotte. Prices are getting really ridiculous. And somebody, Alicia, I can say her name now. She likes Durham. I lived in Winston-Salem when I graduated college because I went to Winston-Salem State, and I loved Winston. The only reason why I came back to Charlotte was because I couldn't get a job in Winston, and I have to go where the job is. So if I had had a job in Winston, I probably would still be living in Winston because Winston was definitely smaller than Charlotte, but I still felt like I got what I needed because I'm not really a city type person. I enjoy doing things, but I don't need like a whole lot going on. Amelia said, what are you looking forward to teaching your son and daughter at this point? I'm looking forward to teaching them just how to be happy with themselves, like for real. I know that for me, I've questioned who I am. Am I good enough? Like I've had all those questions in my head. And it's no slight against my parents, but I can't necessarily say I remember them saying, oh, you're enough, because I think those words are powerful, especially for a child, just to be like, you're enough. You're good just as you are. So I'm looking forward to being able to instill in them that they are good just the way God made them. And they don't need to change anything about themselves. They don't need to seek approval from anybody. Like the approval has to come from within. So that's one thing that I'm very excited to teach them about. And just to teach them how to be just good people. That what you put out always comes back to you. Just you are a representation of your family. And you want to make sure that the image that you're putting out there is consistent with who we really are and who my wife and I are raising y'all to be. Sarah Robb, who was the most influential person who helped form you into the person you are today? I can't say that I have one particular person who was most influential. Obviously, I would say my parents and probably more so my mom because she's been around longer because my dad is deceased. So, if I had to pick one person, I would say it was her, but I would definitely say them as a unit really helped to mold me to who I am. While they didn't say you're enough, they never made me feel bad for the choices that I made, the things I maybe wanted to do, or the ideas I had. Like they never shamed me for any of that kind of stuff. So that meant a lot, knowing that I could just be who I was. So I guess in a sense they did teach me it was all right to be me. But they just never used the words "you're enough." So I would just, absolutely use those words "you're enough." All right, let's look at the comments real quick. All right, I'm not missing anything. Cool. All right, moving on to the next question. Are you watching the new season of Manifest? This comes from KS Songbird 81. Yes, we are watching the new season. Oh, make sure y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. All 22 of y'all. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, go ahead and just take a moment right now. I'll wait and just hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead. All right, let's see. One person hit. Oh, look at that number jumping up. Come on now. It was at 6 and now it's at 5. 6 people have hit the thumbs up button. Come on, 6. Can we get 7? Can we get a 7? If we can get a 7th, I'm going to move on to the next question. There we go. There's 7. All right, moving on. Someone said, loved your Married at First Sight review. I have a friend group that discuss, and the friend group only includes one man. Your review balances our combo. Congrats on your new family and continuing to grow in these YouTube streets. Thank you very much. And that was from Alisa. I hope I said your name right. Alisa Brown. One of those two. But next question. Are you watching this season of Manifest? Yes, we are watching this season of Manifest. We are absolutely in love with Manifest. Given right now, Manifest comes on NBC. Just for those who don't know, Manifest is the show about, it was like a plane that disappeared for 5 years and they came back, and it's like them trying to figure out what happened to the plane during those 5 years. It is such a good show. If you're looking for just like a show that'll make you think, please go check out Manifest. They're only in the second season, like 3 or 4 episodes in right now, and you can probably find the first season on Hulu. But love Manifest. So yes, we are still watching. And my thoughts of the season are it's getting good. You know, we just found out some information on episode 3 about the major. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I know it's probably over a lot of people's heads. But I'm really excited about where this season's going now that they know who the major is. Double E says, are you and your wife hoping to have more children one day? And it says goals for 2020. Honestly speaking, I would like to have more children, but my wife is done. Her pregnancy with Carter was extremely difficult. Oh, hey, y'all haven't missed much anything. I'm probably like 5, 6 questions in, but y'all haven't missed a lot. Her pregnancy with Carter was really tough. She ended up having to work from home for probably the past 6 months, just because Carter had been low for a really long time. So he was sitting on her sciatic nerve, so it would make her leg like go numb and just kind of just give out at any given moment. So it was just a lot safer for her to just be home, just in case when that happened, because it pretty much happened every day. Where did you serve, bro? I didn't serve anywhere. I'm not in anybody's military. I'm trying to say, is something on here to make me seem like I'm in the military? I'm not in the military. I don't know where that came from. Or serve. If you're talking about something else, I don't really know what that. Who asked that? Charlie. Charlie, I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm not in the military ever. Stolen valor. I don't know what any of that means. So, oh, and thank you, Ernestine, for the $2. I still don't know how to redeem that money. Whoever gave me stuff in the last time I did the live, it's still wherever it is. I don't know how to access it. You have been exposed. Okay. Oh, so is this my first troll? This is my first YouTube troll? Oh my God. I think this is my first YouTube troll. I've been exposed. This could be fun. Charlie, what have I been exposed for? I've been exposed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh well, I thought that was gonna be a little more fun. But the pregnancy was really tough with Carter. So given that, I would never ask my wife to go through everything she went through with Carter all over again. So I'm perfectly content with, our boy and a girl. I got both, so I'm good. She wants me to get a vasectomy, and that is just, that is a conversation that's very difficult to have. It's very difficult. So goals for 2020. I'm not really a goal. I'm not really a goal type of person. Like I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't do that. As far as goals for 2020, I mean, stay out of jail. Try not to get stopped by the police. Stay alive. Prosper. Love God. Be nice to people. Take care of my family and excel. Yeah. I mean, I've been contacted a whole lot more for illustration jobs. So I think that's cool. I would love if one day I'm able to move away from teaching, but that's not necessarily a 2020 thing, I think. But I do not foresee myself teaching forever, let alone retiring from it. But it would be really nice if I could one day be a full-time artist. That is something, I guess that's a goal life. I haven't put a time on it, and maybe I should. I always thought about doing a vision board to help, maybe center all of my thoughts, but I would love to be a full-time artist. Okay, let me look at the comments. What's going on now? Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. All right, so thank you, Paula Pix, for your congratulatory message. And Charlie said he was joking. Somebody told Charlie to get out. Those are people who pretend to be in the military. Stolen valor, I guess that's what y'all are telling me. I think you, okay, that's not for me. Ask Bam, watch your tone, please. I will not tolerate disrespect. Disappear. Why is everybody picking on me? It was a joke. They didn't translate well. Everybody needs to calm down. Okay, you look like my local dentist. Okay, that's what's up. Okay. It's a lot going on in the comments. All right, moving on to the next question. Supermom, I'm about to say that completely wrong. I said, what is your full-time job? Why did you start YouTube? And how do you balance time for work, YouTube, and your family? Having a newborn plus another small child is so much work, even when married. All right, full-time job is I am a teacher. What's up, St. Lucia? Um, that is my full-time job, but I do plenty of things on the side when I have time. Before Tegan, oh, I'm gonna come back to the coronavirus. Thank you for bringing it up as a topic. We're gonna touch on that later. As far as being a teacher, I love it. I'm off during the summers. It's a blessing. But when I'm not teaching, right now I'm illustrating a book for a young man. There's a lot of people who are reaching out to me about illustrating books. I used to do a lot of acting before we had Tegan because it was just a lot easier. It is, I don't even know if I should tell y'all this. I've done plays and I've done some short films and I've done one independent film. So, okay, Charlie, don't I need to just block, like, do I need to kick you out? Like, I don't want to be that guy who's kicking people out. Okay, I'm going to put you in timeout, whatever that means. So, Charlie, you in timeout. Love Sounds, the baby's already here. He was born in January, so thank you. All right, so Charlie's in timeout. Don't know how that works, but I guess if he pops back up, then timeout didn't last that long. So, I did an independent film and I did some short film. They're all on YouTube, and I've never linked y'all to them. Um, they were good experiences. They were good experiences. Uh, I challenge you to comment on two YouTubers. Okay, I'll come back to that as well. So yeah, but acting is something that I've always wanted to do more, but it's the question of how do I balance everything. I have a very supportive wife. She told me make sure you tell them that's how you balance everything because you got a supportive wife. So obviously she's the one who has the kids right now when I do these videos, which is one of the reasons why it's so hard to do videos sometimes. It's easier right now because we're out on leave with the baby. Because like Married at First Sight, with Married at First Sight being 2 hours, when I go back to work, I gotta be going to sleep that night, so I'll have time to watch it. And if y'all remember, like back in the day, I used to upload my reviews right after the show went off. So that probably won't happen because the show was 2 hours long. It's over at 10. Tegan takes her bath around 9. We put her down about 9:30. Carter's getting his bottle around 9:30. So I don't know what the Married at First Sight reviews are gonna look like mid-February. I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all know that now. That's gonna be a transitional period when we go back to work. We'll have to see how all of that works out. So y'all just make sure y'all enjoy these weeks leading up to mid-February because that's when I'm going back to work. But the only way to balance this is having a support system. And my wife is the biggest support system I could have because she supports everything that I choose to do and she watches the kids when she needs to. So I guess that's how you do it. And time management, like I try not to devote too much time. She probably says I'm bad at it though. I try not to devote too much time to certain things at a time. Um, oh, why did I start YouTube? I started my YouTube back in 2008, and the videos are actually still on YouTube. They're just all listed as private because that was back when I had hair here and no hair here, and I did them in my dorm room. Maybe I might go through and like unlist 2 or 3 of them back when I was in college, but YouTube was just popping off in 2008, and I was like, oh, I can do this. So I opened up my little laptop and turned the camera on, and I would just talk, and it's like cringe worthy watching those old videos. It is so cringe worthy. Now I'll still talk about some stuff now. I've always been wise, but it was really cringe worthy watching them old videos. So who knows? I don't know. Just stay subscribed. You never know. I thought about doing throwback Thursdays or share a montage. I thought about doing throwback Thursdays where I would re-upload because now I can get those monetized. Re-upload those old videos. We'll see. We will see. No promises, but throwback Thursday might be a thing. Well, I have to really think it over because them videos are struggle-ish. All right, let me take a look at the comments real quick. So I'm gonna come back to the coronavirus at the end. But somebody said I challenge you to comment on two YouTubers. Pissriss said that. I don't really. When you say comment, what do you mean by comment? If you can clarify what you mean by comment, then I can come back to it. Because there's only a few YouTubers that I actually watch. I don't watch a lot of. Like I'm not a faithful watcher of a lot of YouTubers. The YouTuber that I watch the most is Rocks. That's who I watch the most, and I just started watching her probably within the last year or two. I used to watch the Scorpion Show a lot, and I stopped watching them just because it wasn't as entertaining for me as it used to be. But I don't spend a lot of time watching YouTubers on YouTube. I watch other stuff on YouTube. All right. Okay. uh, Alicia asked, "What is your best advice for getting your book published? Doing it the self-publishing process, or looking for a company to take a chance on you?" I kind of believe in, if you have the tools, do it yourself. Um, that's just how I feel. I don't really know much about the non self publishing route, just because I decided to do everything myself. But it seems like there's a lot more hoops that you might have to jump through going that route. Because I know, like, for instance, for me, I'm an author and an illustrator. You see the books, yeah, the Colorful Kids, and Always Just Be You. So I draw my own pictures. I would not dare write a book and have somebody else draw the pictures for my book. But what I've noticed is, when you're submitting manuscripts to publishers, they like to pick the illustrator that they want to illustrate your book. And there's no slight to any other illustrators, but you can't bring to life my vision the way that I can. You just can't do that. So that's one thing that, is something that people have to think about if you're an illustrator and an author. So for me, I probably would not go that route unless it was like a major deal and it was just. Speaking of Tyler Perry, because I was about to transition into that, about him writing his own scripts. Yeah, it is a control thing, obviously, for me, the fact that I want to draw my own pictures, because I like the the sense of pride it gives me when I see these books and I'm the only name on the front. Not to say I couldn't give anybody else a chance, but to know that this was my idea, my vision that I brought to life means a lot. But I'm willing to illustrate for other people. But being that I'm an artist first and an author second, I couldn't ever see myself allowing somebody else to illustrate for me. Could not. I could not see that happening at all. Um, Hold on, y'all. It was a lot of questions. Oh gosh, so many questions. I'm so excited. So many questions in so little time. Tyler Perry. I enjoy Tyler Perry. He's actually here in town right now. They're doing their play downtown at the Spectrum Center. I already saw it in Winston-Salem, so I kind of wanted to go see it again, but just I'm here at the house. But as far as him writing his own scripts, I understand his point of view of wanting to be in control. I read an article, it was an interview that he did as to why he started writing his own stuff and he didn't have a writer's room. And it all makes sense. However, at the same time, he could use some help. I think that conceptually, he has a lot of good concepts, but I think when it comes to the best execution, there's room for growth, as it is for everybody. However, as he says, he writes for his audience, and there are plenty of people who like his stuff because art is subjective. And that is one thing that it took me a while to learn, is how subjective art is. How one thing can be beautiful to person A and horrible to person B. And there are people who absolutely love his stuff, and there are people who absolutely hate his stuff. Sorry, y'all. So, A Fall from Grace, I watched that on Netflix. I didn't think the movie was just horrible. Now, it was obviously shot in 5 days, and you can tell it was shot in 5 days. But I didn't think the movie was just horrible. But I also didn't think the movie was, oh my gosh, that was so good, I gotta go watch it again. It's just kind of like, either you like it or you don't. I don't enjoy. I enjoy his plays more than anything else. The only show that I'm watching right now is Sisters. So the other ones, I don't really care much about. All right, let me check the comments. There's a lot coming through, so let me try to answer a lot of these I see quickly. Um, all right, here we go. Somebody said there's a rock star. Yes, I love being a rock star as well. Favorite vegetable, green beans. I don't eat vegetables the way that I'm supposed to. How did you get started with illustrating? I've been drawing since I was like 3, and my family just always encouraged me to do that. My dad was a great artist, and I have an uncle on my mom's side who was a great artist as well. And I don't know if it's a family thing, but this was something I never gave up. I just always worked at it. And then when I went to college for art education, I was really able to tap into my artistic side because I was able to take art classes, which I had never done prior to that, outside from like art in high school. So it's just something I've always done. Um, okay, answer that. Do you shave your head or are you naturally bald? I have male pattern baldness, which means that my hair grows just a little bit right there and then like right in here and then down here. So like if I like let my hair grow out, I'd probably be looking like Kevin from Shark Tank. So I shave it bald because I'm not about to be in these streets looking like Carl Winslow. Like that's just not about to happen. All right, let's see. When will your books be available for purchase again? I want to buy. Okay. Hey, Alicia, the books are always available. They are always available. If you want to send me another DM, I can arrange that for you to buy them in bulk and get them at a wholesale discount so you're not paying full price. But my books are always available. I am self-published with a print on demand company, which means they print them as I need them. Have you come across any of the participants from Married at First Sight Charlotte? No, I have not seen any of them out here in these streets. Iris keeps popping up on my Instagram timeline because I guess she's a model now or something like that, but I haven't seen any of them out in public. But then again, I don't really go out like that. You know, I kind of just, I go to work, come home, you know, just stay away from the madness. Charlie said he's just getting out of a bad marriage. Hopefully all that works out for him. Somebody said R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. I don't know what that's about. Can't do anything around. I'm trying to apologize for my behavior. Charlie, maybe the best thing to do is just stop commenting. That might be the best thing. Yes, the movie was rushed. Where did the name Tegan come from? We decided that all boy names are going to be with a C, like my wife, whose name is Carmen, and then all the girls' names would be a T, like for me, my name is Travis. So we just looked up girl names that started with a T and didn't like a lot of them. And then we came across Tegan, which means beauty in Irish. So that's kind of what we went with. Ironically enough, somebody said Kobe was killed in a helicopter crash. Are y'all serious? Hold on. And y'all just on here saying stuff. What? It ain't April either. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting for the TMZ article to come up. Oh my gosh, it says Kobe Bryant dies in helicopter crash. Everyone on board dead. He died in a helicopter crash in Calabasas Sunday morning. They said TMZ Sports has confirmed he was traveling with at least 3 other people in a private helicopter when it went down. Whoa. Father God be with his family is all I can say. Boy, that's sad. Whew. That kind of stuff shake up your spirit right there, man. That's why I say you got to get your life right. You got to get your life right. That made me want to pray right here in this moment. Father God, we ask that you be with his family and anyone who is affected by this, as well as the lives of the people who are on board. Father God, we pray that if this is true, you cover them, wrap them up in your arms, and let them know that everything's going to be all right. In your name we pray, amen. I just had to do that, y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, prayer is an issue for you, but you know, I'm not going to stop doing what I feel is needed in my life. Boy, that is shocking. All right, so, oh man. Okay, let me try to get back on track. That just threw me all the way off. Okay, hold on one second. Let me go ahead and block him. Because all right. All right, so I just took Charlie off, y'all. Yeah, I ain't got to worry about that no more. Okay. Whew. Listen. If you can't remember anything else I say today, Get your life right and in order. You just, man, you just never know. That is so sad. Didn't he just have a kid like within like the past year or something like that? Boy, that's sad. All right. So SM Harris says, would you consider sharing family-related vlogs or challenges? I would. But the only thing about, see, this is the thing. I recorded plenty of vlogs. The issue is editing and getting them uploaded because I do all of my videos on my iPhone, and I've been having issues with iCloud because it like takes the videos off, and trying to get them back down to edit has been just a pain. So if y'all start sending me stuff saying, oh, if y'all can do this challenge, let me know and I'll see. But that's been the biggest issue, is actually editing the videos and getting them uploaded. Okay, and the last question I had before I go back into the comments is the person who asked, do I think they should sign up for Married at First Sight? If you've ever watched my reviews, you already know, do not sign up for Married at First Sight. Do not sign up for Married at First Sight. You have a chance of meeting somebody, but your chances of having a successful marriage, I don't see it happening. Now, as far as somebody who maybe wants to get out there and date and all that kind of stuff, I think if you want to get different results, you got to do something different. If you run in the same circles, going to the same places to meet people, you got to change something up. That's the only way it's going to happen. And then you also have to be open to the way that love shows up in your life, because a lot of us, myself included, had a vision of what we thought our relationship was going to look like, or the person who we're going to be committed was going to look like. And then you meet somebody who looks completely different. Have you been watching? Mm-hmm. You saw something about Kobe Bryant? Mm-hmm. That's crazy, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Carmen just brought Carter in so y'all can see him. Like, that is crazy. It's crazy.
Somebody was just talking about like LeBron James is like 3 points away from beating his record in high scores. I just saw that today. So like that's real shocking. But I'm about to go pick on your daughter real quick because she's taking a nap.
Okay. All right, y'all. Man, so what was I saying? Oh, you gotta be open to the way that love shows up in your life, and you gotta do something different. You left Oreo in here. Yeah, I know you're gonna start barking. That thing just really just, woo. Man, that is terrible. But people die every day. Every night I pray for God to just be with everybody in the world who's going through a difficult time. That's my prayer every night. Just be with everybody in the world who's going through a difficult time. And tonight will be no different. Just because it's celebrity doesn't make him any better or anything, but it's always weird when you hear people who are young-ish passing away. It's just strange. But side note, accepting God's will is still one of my biggest struggles. Accepting what God's will is for my life is one of my biggest struggles, because I know in my heart and in my mind that what he has planned for my life is the best thing. It's the best plan, it's the best journey, it's the best timeline, that what he has for me is best. And I have to put what I want to happen for my life on the back burner and just trust God's will. Trust that if it's for me, it'll happen in its time. And if it's not for me, it won't. And it not being for me might be for my betterment. That is one thing that is a struggle for me, because I think it's just maybe that's part of that control thing, is wanting to be in control. Because there are so many things I've wanted to happen in my life a certain kind of way and they didn't. And I have to constantly remind myself, it's not in God's will. It is not in God's will. And I honestly want whatever God wants for me, that's what I want. And that is something that and that's like, I'm not going to get emotional today. I ain't going to do it today. Not today. But that's why I did that video about why I made the book. It's just like, what if it's not in God's will for me to be here the next 30 years? I got to leave something for my kids, so that's that on that. But back to the whole thing about finding love and everything. You just got to be open. I don't think people should lower their standards. And I think going on Married at First Sight is lowering your standards. But you just got to get out there. And I honestly think that for women, just wait. Be patient for love to find you if it's meant for you. I knew I was tying this in somehow. Love ain't for everybody. Marriage ain't for everybody. Kids aren't for everybody. And it's so important that you just be secure in knowing that if you don't have love, if you don't have that job, if you don't have that person, that you are still going to be all right. You will be okay. You know, so many of us, we get so tied up in desires and wanting stuff that is just not good for us. And, you know, myself included, because I want them Powerball numbers. I want them. But that might not be what God wants for me. You know, just honestly speaking. So I'm gonna always encourage people to pray about it. Like if you really want love, if you really want fill in the blank, pray about it and ask God to bring it into your life if it's in his will, and leave it at that. And try your best to trust that it'll come when it's supposed to. I'm a living testament that there are things that I prayed about years ago that have manifested themselves now. You know, I prayed for this life. What's wrong?
They talking about it on the news right now.
What they say?
It's confirmed. It's him. Like the newscasters even like sound like he's shaky and crying and stuff like that. Like they showed the site. Like it's just like a big ball of.
Yeah, I saw it on TMZ's website.
That's just crazy.
But I prayed for this life, and that's just me honestly speaking. I prayed to be married, to have kids, all that kind of stuff, and it's here. Took a while for it to get here, but it's here. So, you know, pray for the things that are your desires, and yeah, that's how I feel on that. Last but not least, because I don't think anybody else is saying anything in the chat room.
I think you done shook him up with the Kobe.
Probably, I'm shook up. Oh, somebody asked for a minute of silence. I was a little late for that. Okay, well, I'm sorry things had to be brought down, but here's Carter. He's sleeping. Somebody said he has my hairline, and he does. Like, he real thin up at the top, and he thick on the sides. Buddy. He probably not gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Carter, people wanted to see you, man. You don't want to speak to the people? No? Oh, he gave a thumbs up. You can't see his thumb, but he gave a thumbs up.
The light bright.
You gonna say hey to the scatterbrains? No? Okay. Well.
You want me to take him back out so you can finish?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you say bye? Yeah. So if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and leave them now. I'm going to get off at 3. Give this an hour, even though it's only 47 minutes in. But, whew. All right, let's see. Thank y'all for the compliments. Is he a good sleeper at night? He's doing pretty well at night. He's not doing as well as I feel like I remember Tegan doing, but he's doing okay. The other, maybe like a couple nights ago, he was starting to like be up all night, but he's kind of fixed that. So, I mean, but he's excelling the way that he's supposed to. He failed his hearing test at the hospital for his left ear, but praise God, we went to the audiologist and he passed both ears. So, I mean, you know, he's as perfect in reality could be, and I'm happy about him. So does anybody have any last questions? Because if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and end it early. Boy, that Kobe Bryant thing is just... This almost feels like the day Michael Jackson died. Like, that was another shocking day. Or Whitney, for that. Oh, thank you, coronavirus. Because Whitney died what would have been the equivalent of today, because she died, that day of the Grammys, and the Grammys are coming on tonight. I thought about reviewing the Grammys. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to review the Grammys. But, oh, man. May God rest his soul. Hope he had his life right. That's all I can say. All right, let me reel it on back in. Coronavirus. So I saw the movie Contagion a long time ago, and that's what this reminds me of. I truly believe, and you can call me a conspiracy theorist if you want to, most, if not all of these diseases that are taking people out, effing stuff up, are man-made. And not necessarily for the sake of like chemical warfare, but it's just like man has tried, I think, too long, too hard to try to fix things that didn't need to be fixed, and in the process, mess something up. You know, I truly believe that nature had everything we needed to repair ourselves, to restore ourselves, to bring our health back to where it needs to be. It had it. But I think we have abused it. Cue up the global warming music. We've abused it. And we're now seeking these man-made things. You know, like when I think about cancer and just name any disease. Name any disease. I truly believe if we could look back at where the root problem came from, it came from man. Because from what I thought, I knew was that, you know, like for example, cancer cells are in your body, but it's just a matter of how they replicate and all that kind of stuff. But I'm now in the mindset of I eat differently, you know. We switched to organic maybe that was before Tegan. So that had to have been like 2014, somewhere around there. And from that moment, I saw a change in my body and how I felt when I ate stuff that was just better for me. Now, that's not to say that I don't have a little moment here and there when I eat some junk, but when you stop putting junk in your body, it really makes a difference. It really makes a difference. And I try not to take medicine anymore. Like vaccinating my children is a difficult decision to make. Such a difficult decision because I'm not as educated as I feel like I need or should have been by the time this moment got here. So I definitely felt like I dropped the ball on that. But it's just so difficult to say I'm not going to vaccinate my kids because you got school systems saying, oh, well, they can't come in. You know what I mean? So that probably is a whole nother video in itself. But this coronavirus, I pray that it's not something that starts wiping everybody out, but we caused this ourselves. We as in man, you know what I mean? It's sad, you know, it's sad. So if I gotta walk around, excuse me, if I gotta walk around here with a mask on my face for the next months to keep myself from getting sick, that's what I'll do. Let me look at the comments real quick. Somebody said, keep doing a great job with your students. Thank you, Alicia. Somebody said to review the Grammys. Somebody said they think it's China doing population control. I mean, I know it's pretty crowded over there. So I honestly, y'all, I probably would fall in the category of what somebody would consider a conspiracy theorist. I probably would. I just don't talk about these things out because people be watching. You know what I mean? People be watching. And I take security in knowing that the one thing that nobody could ever truly conquer is my mind. You know, you can maybe control everything else I do in my life, but you cannot control my thoughts in my mind. And some things I think are just better just kept to myself. Just better kept to myself. Because I don't need no target on my back. I got a family, okay? They think it came from snakes or bats, which it may have, but the movie Contagion started with a pig and a bat or something like that. A bat had something and a pig got it, and they got the pig to go cook the pig, and somebody didn't wash their hands and they went and touched somebody's hand, and then it's just a domino effect. And that's literally how these diseases spread. So more than anything, scatterbrains, y'all be safe out here in these streets. Because coronavirus, why didn't name it coronavirus in the first place? Because all I think about is beer when I say the name. But y'all take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear the mask properly, the right way. There's people out here who don't even wear those masks the right way. Wear them the right way. Lysol down, Clorox down, what you have to. Did you just call me scatterbrains? I'm calling everybody scatterbrains. That's their name. Got the people who watch my channel, they're called scatterbrains. But yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I want y'all to be around to be able to watch my videos if it's in God's will, and for me to be around to make them. Yeah. Ooh, this is really weighing on my spirit. That Kobe thing really that has really shaken me up a little bit. And I'm not a sports person at all. I don't watch sports. I think sports are pointless. It's not pointless. It's entertainment. It's entertainment that does not entertain me. But boy, man, when them celebrities go out, I don't know why it's so weird when a celebrity passes to me. Because like I said, when Michael Jackson and Whitney passed, it was just, it's weird. Really, really weird. But yeah, does anybody have any last minute questions? No, sir, Nigel. I was not insulting your intelligence. Everyone who watches my channel is a scatterbrain because it's a scattered brilliancy. Well, I'm gonna give y'all about another minute or so to drop a question if you have one, and if you don't, we're gonna wrap this up. I'll go ahead and first say thank you, thank you. Fun. I feel like our emotions were just like this today. You know, it's crazy. Let's get it to 7,000. Yes, let's get it to 7,000, and then 8, 9, 10, and to infinity and beyond from there. Thank you for being candid with your responses. Congrats again on Baby Carter. Thank you so much. What's the name? I might say that wrong. I'm just gonna say G. G. Appreciate that. All right, so I don't see any other questions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap everything up. Thank y'all so much, Scatterbrains, for watching this. Um, for watching this live stream. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you to those who rate my videos, those who dislike the videos, like them, share them, those who have subscribed, those who click that little bell icon, you know, and for the people who give a little money on the thing. One day I'm gonna figure out how to get to it. Maybe by that time it'll be like $1,000. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and go enjoy the rest of my Sunday with my family. Y'all do the same. Please stay safe. I'm gonna say a quick prayer for y'all real quick. Go ahead and bow your head, close your eyes. Go and say this real quick before we get up off here. Father God, we thank you so much for everything you've done for us. Lord, we pray that you touch every one of the scatterbrains who are watching this video, Lord. You know the desires of their heart, and Lord, we pray that you just bless them in a way that they would know it only comes from you. Be with them, keep them safe from all hurt, harm, or danger. Bless their families, bless their dreams and their goals. Help them to be prosperous in 2020. It's not 2020. Is it 2020, Lord? 2020? Yes, 2020. That's the year it is. Father God, forgive me. You know my mind is somewhere else right now. But Lord, I just thank you so much for each and every one of them. Watch over them. Give them all a special blessing. I pray that you bless them just the way that they have blessed me. In your name we pray, amen. All right, y'all. That's all I can do. That's the best way to end this video. God willing, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.